Is this thing on? Okay, I think it is. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another fine Volcano Eruption live stream. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening, or morning, or day, or night, or depending on where you are. And boy, there's a lot of people in here real quick, and I see we've got over 50 already in the channel. I haven't even really started yet, but the first guy in today, at least on my stream, was Frank McLeod. He gets the cookies, so all good with that. And wow, watching this volcano do its thing. Okay, yeah, I'm actually watching it on two different streams, but that's okay. I got double vision here, I guess. Anyway, for those joining, let's get at hey Frank, you need some milk with those. Just make sure you don't cough or choke or anything on those cookies. A little bit dry. They were sitting in the package for a while. Anyway, for those people joining, I just want to reiterate, if you see top chat or live chat on the top of your chat box, that way you know you're watching the live stream as it is happening. If you happen to see top chat replay or live chat replay, that is telling you that you are watching the stream after it has already finished and been recorded, and you can no longer take part or leave instant messages over in the chat box. Nobody will respond. They've all gone home, and you'll have to make regular comments just like on any other video down below in the comments section, and that is the way it is. And hopefully you understand that. And I'm still having people saying hello and hey, why aren't you answering me? You know, it is not interactive when you're putting messages down below. It is interactive though if you're here with us, joined in with the stream. And I'm happy to have a whole pile of people in here right now. First thing I'm going to do is say good evening to our wonderful moderators. And of course we've got Arizona Snowman, Piggy, and Paulzilla. And they are doing a wonderful job greeting everyone. And then if they have to, they do have big sticks and snouts and things like that, so they will bop and whop and smack the appropriate attention to those people. Anyway, all good that way. And I want to say hi to a bunch of the wonderful folks that have popped in here. And we'll start off with Grandma B, welcome, as well as Echo the Bot is here, Rebecca Patterson, Yvonne Kunkel, good evening, glad to have you all on board. Yvonne, I hope you get a little bit more sleep than you were. Don Arnold also here, Sharon Stewart, Ninja Orchids, Frosty username. Did I say Tracy Bills already? I guess not. Colin Taylor, I might be repeating myself real quick. Travis Smith, welcome. Don Arnold is also here. Dodger in the house, as well as Craig Thor 46. Don Arnold, aloha. Neil K also here. One Fish 26 made it back. Wonderful to see you. Sue Hayes is here. Judith Letson. And let's go up a little bit more and see who else snuck in here. We got those. Helen Metcalf also here, welcome back. And of course we already mentioned Frank McLeod. He was the first one in today, so he got the cookies. And let's see, who else? Miss Lobo Bob is here, welcome back. Bo DeSimone is also here. Trisha, is it Gravit? I hope I got it right. Welcome, Daily Clayton, also here. Roberto Seviero. What? Knocking on Heaven's Door. Yeah, that's a good song. Not quite, I think, not quite appropriate, but okay. we'll live with it. I do like that song though, Roberto. And actually, that song is funny because I do like the song. I'm not a religious guy, but I did sing that song at an actual karaoke, which scared the bejesus out of me. Get it? I'm being punny. All right. Ray Scott also in the house. Burl Christ, or Christ, I'm not sure if I pronounced it correct, but welcome anyway. Miss Topsecrets, I hope I got it right. Rebecca Morales, also here. Virgo001, welcome. Chloe Dolan, also in the house, welcome back. Going up a little bit more to see who else I might have missed. Billy Bob Joe, Dodger, I don't know if I mentioned you earlier there. And welcome you guys. Dennis Ray also here. Jay Donaldson, of course. Jay seems to be here all the time. Glad you keep coming back. That's important. Linda Schoof also in the house. Ducky, hey, Ducky is back. Good to have you here. And going up a little bit more, Liam Dorsey, welcome back. And let's see who else snuck in that I missed. Liz Markman Moyler. And Evie Hodgson, and thanks for sending me that video, Evie. Unfortunately, I can't show it on here. I didn't have time to try to get permission, so that's one of the big things from some of the other YouTubers. Even though that the video that you sent was actually on a different forum. It was still a YouTube video, and I'll have to see. Maybe they will respond and allow me in the meantime. Let's see. Am I? Somebody is saying no sound. Oh, that was before. That's because I wasn't talking yet. Let's see. Going further up here. Not sure who else I'm seeing right now. Oh, okay. I got Chloe already. Most of these are repeats, so I think I've got pretty much everyone that's there. Oh, Nancy Buchanan, I don't think I mentioned you yet. I know Flo was probably driving in her car listening, so that's also good. Big Toe, also there, welcome. And let's see, who else did I maybe miss? No, I'm up as high as I can, and I don't see anybody else up at the top. Probably a bunch of good people like Russell Jr. down on the bottom, same as Sarah Wright and all those good people. Zoe just popped in. Skipper Dando or Dandu. Welcome, you guys. Glad to have you on board. Bo Caddy, also back in the house. Sue Hayes, I think I might have said your name already. Tony Nagy, also here. Glad to have you on board. Did I miss anybody else? Webnut2000, welcome. MG2431 also here. D Spur is also back. Oh, mummy of hamsters. If I'm Uncle Doc, what does that make you? Does that make you a niece or something? Niece. Niece, oh mummy. Okay, something like that. Anyway, Kevin Haynes also there, Sandy Bird, and I think that's just about everybody that I had before. So welcome to all of you. Rebecca Patterson, I don't know if I mentioned, had Rebecca Morales earlier, that's what it was. Okay, Wendy C also here. And looking, I think most of the other ones are good. Tom and Sarah Wright, I think I mentioned. Okay, let's kind of get at it. So Somebody was actually saying that those dogs have been rescued that were trapped, and it looked like 6 dogs or 7 dogs. Who is drilling at Dr. Fox's house? That's not at my place, that's across the street. I'm surprised you can hear that. Wow. I don't want to close the window, it's nice out. I'm going to try to enjoy the last day or so of good weather. Ez back in the house as well. Good evening, Ez. Oh my God, it's loud. Yeah, it's a big drill. It's 2 guys carrying it. Oh, sorry. A little bit of fun there. Okay, let's see. Who else? Alexandra. Is it Colho? I hope I pronounced it correct. Greetings from Portugal. Well, thank you for popping in here, and glad that we're covering some of those other areas as well. Duchess of Elements just made it in as well. Jeff Burke did too. So, oh, Mona Alfano is back. Good to have you back on board. So, Colho equals rabbit. Well, that's a wascally rabbit thing. Alexandra, I don't know if you're aware of my wild rabbits, but I do have wild rabbits that I feed. And speaking of wild rabbits, I gotta kind of take a look and see what they're doing. I just moved the thing and they started moving the camera on me. Okay, I put it on the other feed here just so we can kind of sort of see a little bit more. And I wish they'd snug it over just a little bit to the left, but unfortunately they're not going to do that. Dream of a Hive just popped in as well. Good evening, Dream. And as we can see, our lovely fire fountain is indeed still doing its thing, kicking up that lava, throwing little bits of tephra everywhere, building the cone bigger and bigger. On the far left-hand side, of course, you see the extra lava shooting up there, and you know, the same kind of firestorm thing. Now that is in a separate cone that has developed on the back side of this cone, and that would be kind of to the southeast a little bit. And we don't actually have a good camera view of it, but it is definitely there, and it continues to build up, and we're hoping that we're going to see it grow up a little bit quicker than the other side. So I did want to mention, if you're looking at this particular screen right now, I don't know if you noticed, but you take a look at the way this cone has shaped itself, and it's almost like a upside down teardrop, but you know, we still don't see any outflow location to it, and I'm still thinking that our output is down here, and that is now being covered up more and more by tubes that it's built up every time it erupted. So harder to see the lava flowing out, but I'm sure when we have larger bursts of lava coming, we will definitely see those. So that's pretty cool. It will bust and collapse is what Duchess of Elements says. Well, it hasn't collapsed for a couple weeks already, and it's been doing exactly the same thing. We'll see what happens. I do agree, though, that the area up top, and when we're looking at what I'm referring to is this area here, that's pretty red hot. And when we see it stay that color and it doesn't go black very quickly, that's telling you that there's a lot of heat there, and it also tells you that that material hasn't bonded together as much as the cooler lava in the other areas. So there is, as Duchess says, yes, that whole cone can be a little bit on the unstable side. So if we do get some very violent bursts or perhaps a small explosive eruption as the gas shoots out and it hits the atmosphere, that could indeed dislodge some of that material and cause a little bit more flow out. Now, with the material being down on the bottom here and it being the porthole where everything is flowing out of, we may not see too much of that happening unless that flow gets restricted a little bit on the bottom. So, and that can happen very easily. All it takes is one big rock to kind of flow into the path and block a good portion of the bottom portal exit there, and that will allow the lava level to rise within the cone. And then when it does do its thing, gets one of those bursts, it will start pushing some of the larger rocks back out towards that softer material, and it could go for a quick burst, right? So you never know what's going to happen. These things are dynamic in nature, and it's just throwing some hypotheticals out there to see what the possibilities are. And Duchess says circle, yes, that okay, massive lava launch coming. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that we're going to see a goodly amount of lava flow, and that's always cool when we see that. Anyway, so we did look at the other camera as well. I'm actually going to get rid of that big banner while I'm over there looking at it, and maybe even the little banner just for now. We really don't need that there, and they are zooming back out a little bit, which is probably good timing for us, as we can see a little bit more of the cone and the area to the back as it is shooting up. Yeah, maybe they're going to pan down a little bit more. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. They seem to be moving it just a little bit now and again. Okay, maybe a little bit more now. All right, maybe they are going to show us where the lava is flowing. There we go. Yeah, come on, down a little bit more, you guys. Look at the face in here. You can see the face. Okay, it just got messed up. Now it's an ugly face, a sad face. Okay, the face is gone. Just noticed that. I thought it was kind of neat. Wriggler, Sue Hayes, do you think that you should see the copyright at Rablet? We heard it was here with Dr. Fox. What? Rablet? Oh my God, somebody talked about a rablet? Okay, I'm going to have to get clarification on what a rablet is. But anyway, yeah, we did have the rabbit in here, definitely. Anyway, they're panning over top of some of the area where that lava is flowing. And it is, as much as I say it's awesome to look at and sees, real cool. I love seeing the glowing areas. The heartbreak of the situation, though, is that many people have lost their homes and their businesses due to the lava flow. But I do want to make a comment here about the other video that I did look at there, where they said yes, that the dogs were rescued, and there's a group called the A-Team that apparently walked in to go get the dogs. I'm not sure how that worked, but they went in and they got the dogs out, and it is pretty interesting to hear that. I hope nobody hurt themselves in the process. I hope it was smart. Just a gentle reminder in here, everyone, that the primary language is in English, so please, English only. And we don't mind you saying, you know, a hello or something in a different language, but you keep the content of everything else as English, and we have absolutely no issues. And it's very, very difficult for all of us to try to speak different languages, and we won't do that here. So everything is in English. Majority of you know how to speak English. If you do not know how to speak English, you may use Google Translate to try to do that. And I do speak fairly clearly that even if you have an interpreting software of some sort, it will bring my voice through and carry the message that we are delivering. So hopefully, yeah, AI speak English. Yeah, por favor, English. No entiendo español. Okay, and let's hopefully we'll keep it at that. I don't want to talk to or talk about too many other languages. We'll leave that alone for right now. So please, let's try to give it a whirl in English. And they are panning around still, looking at some of the lava fields that have been delivered by Cumbre Vieja, the volcano. And there is a lot of lava that continues to come out of this thing. What I am really surprised about is it has not yet pushed the northern streams over the edge into the Atlantic Ocean. It is still sitting at the same place, very close, but not quite. So hopefully we'll be able to see some of that go in a day or two or so. We'll see what happens, maybe on the weekend. And let's see, they're panning back around up the hill. You see quite a bit of that lava sitting there. One of the things about this type of lava that I noticed is it really likes to pile on top of each other. You know, it goes into the same areas that the flow was happening before, partially due to the fact that such a steep incline down towards the ocean. And when we take a look back at what we've seen at in Iceland as an example, we didn't have that many heavy downflows other than from it going from southern Meridalier down into Náthagi, or from the southern end of Geldingadarler down into Náthagi. That's where our major hills were as far as accelerating the flow. Now this here is probably equal to all of it, plus about 20 times steeper. So and a lot longer. So we've got a pretty good downhill run for the lava to move. But the funny thing is, it doesn't seem to be moving as quickly. Now, one of the other things that we do know about this volcano, as opposed to what was happening in Iceland, the Iceland volcano was about 100 degrees Celsius hotter. It was around 1200 degrees C, whereas this volcano was averaging around 1100 degrees C. So even that bit of a difference is going to make a difference in the consistency and flow of that lava as it moves down the hills. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, I see a bunch more people popped in. We got Barbarian is back in the house. Brett Thompson, welcome. Joey is also here. Maui Me, Teresa, Virus for Prez, and let's see who else snuck in here. Welcome to all of you guys anyway, and just going up, Butterfinger also here. Welcome back, and looking to see Henry Nelson also made it back here. Frosty username. EA, or we call you E or EA. I'm not sure, but anyway, glad to have you in the channel, and it's a new one on me. Joey says, interesting. Okay, it is actually kind of neat, weird. Wriggler is here. Let's see. I think I got a lot of the other ones, and anyway, if I didn't call your name out, don't panic. We'll probably catch you further down in the chat. Scott Hartman is another one that just popped in here. Donald Bain as well. And hi from Hobart, Taz. Oh, you're down in Tasmania. Okay, so we're covering the planet again just the way we like to do it. And that is one thing about being able to get on the internet. You know, we have people around the world watching this stream. So, sneak tip. Okay, Matt O'Leary, welcome. And Chloe says, how long after the lava has cooled does it take to become fertile land? Okay, I'm fascinated by how the world changes. And I'd love to know if I'll see the end of the result of the end result of the eruption. Well, if you can stick around for about 50 years, we might be able to do that. At least 50 years. Now, it depends on where it is, Chloe, and how or what kind of material is actually coming up, and how the weather is. That has, all these things have a lot to do with it, and depending on how thick the lava is, the cooling time may take some time. And we'll give it a good example. Geldingadalur in Iceland, it's quite deep there, so you probably have a piece of lava, or that's still liquid, sitting in there that's probably 50 meters thick, if not thicker, and that's going to stay hot for probably 50 years, okay, before it finally gets down to an equilibrium with the rest of the world. So it can be kind of weird, but like I said, it's also partial to the consistency of the product that's actually coming out. When we take a look down, and I will actually see if we can sneak down here for a second. Yeah, Yvonne just says, but first you have to wait till the eruption ends. Absolutely. And that's something we'll talk about real quick here too. Okay, average eruption in on La Palma is 57 days in length. Okay, and what they've had over the past roughly about 100 years of recorded stuff, anywhere from 35 days to 108 days, I think, was the longest eruption. So so from 35 to 108, averages out to 57. That is not saying that this is going to be over in 57 days. I think we're somewhere around day 30 now. This thing could go for, 100, 150 days, or it could shut down tomorrow, and Yvonne Kunkel will be very sad. I know. That was bad, wasn't it, Yvonne? Anyway, Mark McClellan, McClung, welcome. Okay, from Northern Ireland, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Bill Kimmel also popped in the house, as well as Mike Carlson, and let's see, who else? I got Mr. O'Leary already, Octavia, Com, and boy, that name is going to be tough. Octavia, welcome. Glad to have you on board tonight. Yona is also back, and Yona is from Iceland. Glad to have you here, Yona, and good to see you. and I think I got most of the other people in there, so I'm not going to read too many more names. But like I said, I will try to catch the occasional one, like 420 or Kananaskis country or something like that. Be here now, Dragonfly. Welcome. Any more earthquakes? We'll get to the earthquakes shortly here. Be here now. I still want to I'm going to move over to the other map here, since we were talking about the fertile land and where the lava is flowing and that. And I wanted to get that on the screen so we can talk about that just for a few seconds. And there is the lava flow map. I did actually not refresh it. I'm going to actually do that while we're on the screen here. It doesn't take that long. It's pretty quick. So they did update it. So what we're looking at is update from the 21st here, which is great. I'm happy they did that, and we'll get rid of that a little bit and zoom out just a tiny bit, and then we can see what's going on. So this is that new northern flow that was happening. This is the one that I wasn't very happy with. If that comes around the other side here, it's going to end up, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's going to end up flowing down this path here. And it's basically a roadway, and it's going to end up going right down the road and then probably in here somewhere. Hoping that it's not going to do that. I'm hoping that here, this is the most northerly path that we had, and we know it stopped just short of getting into the ocean, and that's it right there. Again, you guys can get these maps yourself, just to let you know that, by typing in La Palma 3D, all one word, into the chat. If somebody wants to do that, just one of you needs to do that. That'll be good. Anyway, since we're talking about basically like what's happened before, like how long does it take to get to fertile land? And this is where I'll zoom out just a tiny bit. And okay, this area where the mouse is, here, this area below the cliff, you see the cliff all the way along here. Okay, this area down here is lava that was deposited here in 1949, and that went down to about here. Now all of that lava from 1949, as you can see, majority of it is being utilized for different things. You've got homes, you've got I guess plantations of sorts, and that kind of stuff. So obviously the soil is fertile enough to grow bananas and that kind of thing on. I don't know if bananas need really good soil, but this is what happens to the lava flow when it goes over top of that. It makes a great big footprint here, and I really haven't seen too much advancement in this particular place here. So the lava, like I said before, majority of the lava is piling up way in the back, and that's always kind of destructive in a way, because it builds the plateau up higher and higher up here. Anyway, we wanted to go up to what they're calling the 4 vents, or sorry, 5 vents. It's actually, I think this one up on the top north here, this is it's an outflow, because we're not seeing as much of that. You know, we see a lot of action from these 4 guys, but we don't see a lot of lava coming out of there other than that one path that goes down. This, though, is still pouring out lava out of here, and it is pouring it into its area, doing a wonderful job. I haven't seen any pictures of it as of late, but it was pretty nasty before. This guy here is the one that we typically can't see because the camera angles are from this side. Whoa, hang on, where am I? Yeah, this one here we can't see from the camera angles, and it's because we're looking from this side. But this guy here is the one that had that big outflow, and it's really doesn't have a cone over it. It's just an outflow port. Okay, so hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit more of an idea. And again, this map is available by typing in La Palma 3D. It'll give you the link. There are actually 12 maps you can work with on that page. And if I can find my other wonderful thing here, I wanted to see if I can find the earthquakes. That's earthquakes, but that's not La Palma. And I think, oh, that's not earthquakes either. Okay, this is the Hawaii earthquakes. We'll get back to them in a few minutes. I'm trying to figure out where my La Palma map went. Okay, I must have buried it. I think this was from yesterday, showing some of that material going up. And I'm just wondering if I get rid of that one. Nope, that shows me my other view that I wanted to get to next. And yesterday was a lovely full moon last night. And right now they've got fairly clear skies there in La Palma. And of course you can see how well lit the foreground is, and that is due to the moonlight. So that's why it looks almost like an evening shot rather than a nighttime shot. So early evening at that. A little confusing when you're looking at it if your mind doesn't quite pay attention to where the light source is. So yeah, the moon is up there somewhere, okay, way up there in the sky. This guy down here, though, that's where our volcano is located with the multiple vents. And you can see we've got a pretty good haze around here. But the air quality, I don't think, is quite as bad as it was over the last few days. So hopefully people are a little better off and can breathe a little bit. I'm going to throw you back over to the Lavali volcano. There we go. And I am going to go take that break. So please don't anybody go away. If you have not yet hit that like button, I see only about half of you hit that like button. Oh my God, I guess I'm not that entertaining anymore. Please hit that like button. Help me out. Get the... well, what is it? The analytics. That's the word I'm looking for. Analytics to make it happen. So trying to get those analytics up, and it doesn't work when you don't like it. Okay, hopefully those numbers will change before I come back. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, consider doing so if you like what you're seeing. And don't forget to hit the bell notification. That way you will always be notified, as long as YouTube does it correctly, when the actual streams come on. If you need to know when the stream is happening, you can take a look down in the description, and down there it will tell you the differences from weekdays to weekends. The times are slightly different. The weekend times are more accommodating to the European community because it starts several hours earlier. So having said all that, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'm going to go for a break, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. Keep smiling and play nice in the lava. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have the microphone back on. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and I hope everybody was behaving while I was on my break. And I did see a couple of the comments go by. Yvonne said, "How was the the earthquake we had?" Typically, we don't get a lot of earthquakes out here, and I want to throw that out. For those who don't know, I am located in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and that's probably, if you don't know where that is, if you go down to Montana and go up about 600 miles, that's where we are. I wanted to kind of throw that out. We did have an earthquake in the wee hours here, a 4.3, a few, I think about 30 kilometers, 36 kilometers north of Rocky Mountain House. And that's not too far away. Anyway, I'm going to bring that map up on the USGS. So you guys can actually see where we are in relationship to the rest of the world. And of course you can see Canada right here, and this is the culprit right here. So west coast, of course, this is the San Andreas Fault. This is our I'll think of it right away. The plate that's going subducting underneath the North American plate. Juan de Fuca plate, that's it. The Juan de Fuca plate. Anyway, so that's out there. Just to kind of give you the idea. And of course Alaska up here with a lot of volcanoes along their good stretch. Anyway, I wanted to zoom in on the subject matter at hand here. And I think actually we can change this to a real map of some sort. Let's see if we can actually, miles, kilometers, no. I was looking for, there was a way to swap that. Maybe that's my layers. Yeah, that's it. We can kind of make it a street map. That way you can see where Edmonton is actually located. Edmonton is right here. And this is where the earthquake happened, and it's kind of unique in that sense. If we zoom in a little bit more, you get a little bit more of an idea. And it is on the precipice of where the mountains are being pushed. So for us to have an earthquake there is unusual to a degree. We usually see smaller ones, and we usually see them in the winter time. So that being right where it is actually fairly unique. The next biggest one that we had, or the biggest one that I know of in Alberta, was a 5.6, and that actually happened here in Camrose. Which is actually very, very close to Edmonton. But that was in 1908. So I don't think it posed too many problems, but it was a 5.6. It did cause a bunch of destruction. But yes, Miss Lobo Bob, we get seasonal earthquakes. When the ground freezes up really, really bad on top, things will shrink up, and all of a sudden the ground will split. It's quite unique, and yeah, it's from the heavy freezing. It depends on the temperature, and it depends on how deep down the frost penetrates. And once it does penetrate and it cracks and pops open, then we get earthquakes. We did have, I think it was a 4.1 or what was it, or 3.4 or something last year in that same area, but that was during the winter time. Actually, I think it was further out here, a little closer. So but that one they definitely ruled was due to frost and so on. So it's kind of a neat thing, but I'm going to leave it alone. Anyhow, so yes, even here in Edmonton, we do have that. Now, did I feel the earthquake? No. And it happened, if you're looking at the time there, at 21:23 yesterday, and I didn't feel it. So, it's one of those things. If you don't feel it, yeah, what do you do with it, right? On that note, let's get to the other earthquakes that we were looking for. And where the heck did I put them? I just had them here. Oh my God. There we go. All right. So this is going across the pond, the big pond, and Northridge earthquake 6.7, says Barbarian. Ooh, that's a pretty big shaker. Anyway, here in La Palma, where the big star is flashing, and I need to get my correct map on the screen so I can make the mouse go around it. There we go. Right there, we're going to zoom in a little bit on it and kind of see where that is actually happening. I do believe it was somewhere over here. No, that's a 4.1. It may be buried under all these different ones. Or is this the... no, that's a 2.8 that just happened. Anyway, I'm not sure where the big one actually is. It doesn't show up too well. But it does give us info if we go there. It's going to take too long to get that. Okay, but anyway, you can bring this map up as well. So if you type in La Palma EQ, so LAPALMAEQ, that will bring up the earthquake map for La Palma. And you can have a look at that and definitely go through it, because there's a lot of earthquakes that are happening. I'm surprised, though, that they're all staying further south, that we are not seeing more earthquakes to the north. Like Tazacorte or any of those places, Santa Cruz, basically there's nothing happening there. So somebody did bring up that link, so there it is, La Palma earthquakes. You guys can always right click on that and open it up in a new browser, and you can have a look at it later on in life if you like. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. Larry Mason just popped in as well. Laura Rennie is here. Hey Flo, good to have you on board. Alex Silva, welcome, and hope you're having a good day. Colin also here. It's the ING EQ map. Yes, it is. Is that what they call it? ING? Yeah, ing.es EQ map. And that's what it is, definitely. So if you want to have a look, you can set that for 3 days or 15 days or whatever you like, as you can see up on the top here, or 90 days, but it'll show you everything that happened in the last 3 days, and this is the one that is of interest. And then we see a lot of threes in there, and as we scroll down, when you start seeing consecutive ones fairly quickly here, you kind of have to wonder every 17 minutes or so. Actually, it's 3 minutes for these two, and then another 17 minutes to get that one, another 17 minutes to get to the next one, almost. So definitely, or that one's only 11 minutes apart. But yeah, they're happening on a regular basis, so it's well worth keeping an eye on. And of course, earthquakes can be kind of chain reactive kind of thing. If it shakes something loose in one area while it's going on in another area, it may just shake it enough that it's ready to go, and then all of a sudden, boom, 15 minutes or 10 minutes later, it slips as well. and you've got another earthquake happening. So pretty straightforward there. Is it day 30? I think it is day 30, Tony Nagy. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, let's get back on our volcano here. We want to have a look and see. I noticed just right off the bat that we have here kind of a chicken foot or whatever you want to call it showing up, and looks kind of interesting the way it's got little tentacles moving out. Now remember what I was saying, it's got lava tubes here, so this material that all of a sudden is flowing out over top is actually extra material, so we know that this thing is pushing more than normal, and hopefully it will continue to do so we can have a good show. Hey Piggy, calm down, those are nice crayons, they're banana flavored. Anyway, the thing with the lava, we do like watching it, but we also do know that, you know, it does have certain elements of destruction, and many people have lost their homes, their businesses, their livelihoods, and in general this volcano has disrupted life in La Palma to a very large degree, with the amount of ash and everything that people are having to clean up and so on. So anyway, I echo the bot. Day 34 is set on the far. It's not day 34 yet. Echo the bot. It definitely is not day 34 yet. I think it's 30 or 31, somewhere right there, but it's not day 34. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm looking at, oh, hang on. Why was I getting the 2 minute? Why am I getting a 1 minute warning? It's not time yet, Piggy. Is your clock fast or something? Or did my clock stop? I'm looking at 5:51 and 6 o'clock is the break time. Am I missing something, Piggy? Oh, she's trying to hurry me through here somewhere. She probably knows I have to, right after I do the stream, I have to go change the bunny water out and pick up bunny stuff, and then I have to go out and pick up a cable for tomorrow. So it's one of those things. Rusty drawing up on the volcano. Rusty drawing? No, it's not rusty. Stuka, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And let's see, Bloxyman22 also here. Good to see you as well. Do you know anything if the volcano in Japan is still erupting? No, I have not heard, Sandra. Nobody has mentioned or provided me with any updates on that. And of course, you all know I work for a living during the day, and I don't have time to do research. Weekends are a lot better for that kind of thing for me. So it's Foghorn Leghorn. Okay, I could buy that. Thanks, Miss Lobo Bob. First Hawk, Feathered 54. She's fierce again tonight. And actually, not just tonight. It was fierce all day. This morning, before I went to work, it was blowing out like crazy. And of course, I'm 6 hours ahead of that thing, so when that would have been around noontime, and it was pretty active then too. One of the things that I really do have to reiterate here is our perception. When we look during the daytime, we cannot see the lava as bright as it is at nighttime, and this is where your brain automatically will say, "Ooh, look at how much lava is flowing." Well, that same lava was flowing during the daytime. It's just we cannot see it as well, and our brain doesn't properly function in the sense of saying, hey, you know, that's the same amount of lava. And judgment is also a little bit difficult. I stole all the imaginary lava diamonds. What? Irish monk? Bring them back right away. We need buckets and buckets of them. And you know, especially since they're not Siggy's diamonds in here, unless his lava workers brought them. Let's see. Nancy Buchanan, first eruption in La Palma was September 19th. That was 32 days ago, making today 33 days. Okay, well, 33 days is still not 34 days. Thank you, Nancy, and glad that we cleared that up. Okay. Is it day 34? It's day 34. Afar seems to be ahead by a day for some reason. It's day 33, and we're all good. We are all good. John Lloyd also popped in here, and let's see. Hero. I don't know who you're talking to, but that kind of language was not really for what we want. Okay, we don't promote any of that. So yeah, you've been shown the door. Let's see what else we got happening here. Okay, it would be day 34 if it's after midnight in La Palma, and not yet. Not for another 5 minutes. At least something like that. So for the chat, thanks Echo. Definitely need that. Clean it up a little bit. Second vent up. What? Second vent up is good for collapsing, and yeah, you're thinking. Div Millen, you're thinking this one here, and we do see how hot it is, you know, and that area is very, very hot. Even on the back side of it, it looks a little bit on the hot side. So not sure if, you know, if there's enough energy or push to push it out. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on it though, because of course we want to see it, you know, and that is what it is. La Palma is 0055. Oh, no, La Palma is not. La Palma is the same time as UTC. Spain is 1 hour back. So at least that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I've got that wrong. La Palma are the same, what? UK, PT, La Palma are the same time. Spain is not. Irish Monk, thank you. It is, oh, okay, Betty says it is 12:54 on La Palma. Okay. Oh, Betty retracted that. All right. It's, okay. All right. Okay, so it's the next day, but you know what? Who's counting? Anyway, too much. We don't need all that. It's another lavery day is what it is. And yes, we're seeing what's going on there. I wanted to try to bring up the other stream here. Where is it? No, it's not that one. It's this one. Okay, I gotta find out where the heck I put that. That's probably, no, that's not that shot. Why is it not that shot? That should be this shot. Okay, we'll see if I can split this real quick and get this other one back up on here where it's supposed to be. And we'll give it a quick shot here. I don't understand why it disappeared. Sometimes you have to wonder. Gremlins or something is what I'm thinking. And we'll remove that one, and we will add a source real quick so we can look at the other view and see it. Now this is the one where we will see whether or not it actually hit the ocean, and we will go back in time a little bit. Any news on the uplift or deformation? None yet, Kevin. None that I've heard of. Anyhow, this is actually back a little bit in time. This is already 3 hours ago. I'm not sure if they shut that stream down yet. If we go ahead a little bit, it's kind of giving you the same thing. And it shows a little bit more of a lava flow there. But I'm more interested in going back in time a little bit further back, and that is to the daylight hours, so we can see our shoreline. And we're estimating that we're going to see the lava, if it does push all the way over from the stream that we've seen, will end up coming down somewhere around here or further down here. Either one of those places, it's going to end up in the ocean, and that's all good. This material here that you see hanging over, that's actually some kind of vegetation, and that's actually a building right on the edge. I'm not sure if it's a pump house of some sort or what have you, but those two circles roughly where the lava will enter. Of course, down here you already have it entering. That's the primary stream. And then just a little bit further beyond it, that's where that one to the south was hitting onto the existing peninsula that was built out back in 1949 from that lava flow. So having said all those good things, we'll clear that. I did want to kind of just pop back a little bit in that one. I think they did have some other views to it. It's always kind of neat to be able to do that, go back 12 hours real quick. There is the original lava flow, and you can see that there very easily, right? And it's still moving out. I don't think it's progressed very much, and of course that stuff from 1949 is out there just beyond it. Hopefully that was all good. We'll clear that out, and we'll keep going with going back a little bit more. I know they had some other shots here I wanted to see. Yeah, they moved it back, and actually when you're looking at this particular one, you know, this kind of tells you what the air quality was like about 7 hours ago. It really wasn't all that bad. When you consider how much of that real dark muck it was pumping out this morning. So things have cleared up a little bit, and I'm happy to see that. So on that note, I should be thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it's that was already done, I guess, with that video. I'll get you back to the live shot though, as we watch the bacon flow down the hill. And those little lava tubes are overwhelmed. Beware the bop. I'm going to make it happen right now. So I am your host, DrFox2000, located here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, a long ways away from that volcano, and even from the Icelandic ones and everywhere else. But we do get earthquakes here. Anyway, didn't feel that one, but it's all right. If you guys like what you're seeing so far and you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit that like button. That is really, really crucial for me. I want to see the channel grow, and by getting proper analytics, that's what will make that happen. So that's all really, really nice in that sense. If you guys can do that. If you have not yet subscribed and you like what you're seeing and hearing and all that nice stuff, please do consider subscribing. If you need to know when the stream is on, you can take a look down in the description. It will tell you the weekday times as well as the weekend times. And I do have several different time zones listed there. The most important is UTC. That way you guys can always get yourself 100% on the money when you're looking at, you know, how many hours behind or ahead you are of UTC. So that all works. And on that friendly note, I'm going to say thank you. Stick around, and our next hour will be coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes. And yes, Echo the Bot, I did hit 7K. 2 days ago, and I'm very, very happy about that. And it is people like you that have done a lot of this wonderful subscribing, and it really does help me out. So thank you very, very much from me to all of you for doing the subscribing, because it really it's building my channel. That's what I've been trying to do, and it's working. And I know we've got a wonderful group of people here. So on that note, though, I do need to go take that break, or Piggy's gonna push me into the volcano, and then we'll have trouble. Lava fight. Okay. On that note, don't go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. Oh, hang on. What? Do you know Dutch pepper? What? Pepe Mountain or someone in the chat? No, I don't know. Dinkle Storm Chaser. I don't know who that is. No idea. Dutch Pepe Morton. I haven't seen them. Didn't see that name. So, okay. I'll be back in 5, guys. Don't go away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and glad to have everyone on board tonight. Dinkle Storm Chaser, if you need my email address, get yourself a pen ready and write this down. It's DrFox at shaw.ca, and that's spelled SHAW.ca. So, yeah, Dr. Fox at shaw.ca. And that's easy enough. Write it down. I don't want to put it in the chat because, a matter of fact, I prefer if you remove yours, because what happens when you leave, Piggy took it out. Okay, which is fine. But what happens is if you leave it in the stream, that means it's in there all the time, and there are what they call bot spiders that go through the streams, and they will pick up email addresses, and then you will get spammed to death. So never leave your email showing, and that's what happens. All right, what? They're talking about food, pineapples and gingerbread. And, oh my God, you're gonna make me happy. Yeah, evil AI. You got it, Echo the Bot. That's what it is. Okay, Dinkle Storm Chaser, glad you got it written down. And actually, I'm supposed to be showing, well, we have all kinds of bacon on the screen right now, which is looking lovely, but I do have to put our little bacon seed on here. It is so important to show the bacon seed. And for those who are not familiar with the bacon seed, this is our bacon seed of the day. I want one. I think he's cute. Okay, yeah, aw. It is. It's a beautiful little feller or girl, I don't know, but look at that little happy snout. I want it too. Piggy, yeah, okay. There's your next pet. Anyway, it is a absolutely cute thing, and thank you, Piggy, for sending that. That was very nice. Helene says hello from Montreal. Thank you and welcome. Glad to have you on board. Okay, back to the volcano, and Piggy will email you a piglet. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually she did. She emailed me that one. So you're very absorbent there, Paulzilla. Oh, too much fun. Okay, I haven't said that for a while yet, but glad I got it. Anyhow, how many cubic meters per second? Anyone know? This thing is up and down like a yo-yo, and it was 66 cubic meters per second for a while, but it's I think kind of backed off to about 25 or something like that. I don't have actual numbers in front of me, but that was kind of what the consensus was. So we know that it is fairly active, and it's a lot more lava coming out of this than what we had back in Iceland, as an example, where we would get anywhere from 6 to about 13 cubic meters per second flowing out. So nobody in Dr. Fox will ever eat pork again. You know what? Actually, that doesn't scare anybody, DJ. At least not me. I'm still gonna have a bacon burger. I don't like bacon per se on my burgers, but you know, it is what it is. But rabbits, on the other hand, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, and you know, if you had a little piggy for a pet, you're not exactly gonna go take him to the butcher shop and have little piggy fillets and stuff like that. So pets are a little bit different. I had a spare rib this week, no problem. A spare rib? Oh, I like a few of those spare ribs. Anyway, okay, what was I doing? All right, train of thought. We showed the little piggy. We showed La Palma. What was my next venture here? What was in this stream here? I think this might have been... I might have blanked that out. I don't know yet. No, that was Edmonton's map. So, yeah, for those just joining, we did have, of course, this is where I'm located, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. If I get to the right map and encircle it, I live here somewhere, and this is where our earthquake happened. And yes, it was a 4.3, about 32 kilometers northwest of Rocky Mountain House. So Rocky Mountain House, I think, is somewhere around here, roughly. Actually, we can zoom in and find it. There it is, on that corner. All right. So, and this area is known for a little bit of activity. While we're here, actually, I'm going to zoom down to the bottom end, and we do get quite a bit of activity right down in this area down here. And there is a little one here. That was a 1.9, and that's actually in Canada, but they're saying it's so far northeast of Indian Springs, Montana, which is kind of, I mean, it's in Canada, guys. So to say it's from Montana, I guess they just couldn't put down it was so many kilometers from Cranbrook or Fernie or someplace. The other places, of course, are further out west. This area here specifically is Princeton, and they're not not earthquakes. They're actually blasts. So when you see a diamond like that, they were blasting things. You had most of the ice sheets 2 miles high over top of yours. Yes, Div Millen, you're right about the ice sheets, and actually they were guesstimating between 2 and 3 kilometers in depth. But also, if we zoom out just a little bit, this whole area used to be an inland sea, okay? And we do have a lot of evidence of that by going down into Drumheller and those areas. And let's see, where's my highway to Drumheller? Drumheller is a small place, so they don't show it so well. It should be down here somewhere. Brooks, Medicine Hat, if we zoom in a little more. Maybe not. Anyway, they call it the Badlands down here because the soil isn't all that good, but they do have a lot of bones and stuff that is a little bit more exposed in those areas. And you know, if anybody's into digging out fossils and things like that, that is a place to go. Although we do have fossils underneath the ground in the entire area. So even like west of Edmonton, there's been finds of Ankylosaurus and different, you know, lowriders, as I call them, in this area as well. So it's not that unusual to see that. Anyway, let's get you over to, I wanted to go look at what Iceland is doing. So here's our earthquake map for Iceland, and I managed to get that up. First thing I want to point out is, hey, we got a fairly big one out here in the water. And when we click on it, 3.1 happened yesterday, 10 kilometers down. So that wasn't there before. This was new as well that we missed yesterday. So 1.8, 15 kilometers down. So that's some stuff happening. This one here, a 2, and 6 kilometers down. That's very interesting. And then when we zoom in, we see a little bit more activity. And of course, this here is Grindavik. This is Keflavik, the airport. Down here, if we zoom in a little bit more, this is Grindavik. And this is the Blue Lagoon, and the power plant is just right beside it. Just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Give me a couple seconds here. I will be right back. Okay, just had to deal with something real quick, and I am back. And yeah, if we zoom in on our area that is of interest, and of course our volcano that we had here in Iceland was right around here where the hand is, and that's what we called Ragnar. I did notice we had some new little earthquakes here, and that's kind of interesting and weird. A 1, and it's 7 kilometers down. We see a lot of the new little guys all around here. Now things were getting a little bit quiet, but now we see a bunch of little ones. The further we go north, of course, that's where the swarm is. A lot of this material, actually we had most of them here before. It seems to be migrating south a little bit, but we haven't got anything really big in here. All of these new fresh ones from yesterday, 1.2, still 6 kilometers down. And you can use this chart if you want to adjust your depth and stuff like that, so you can see where the ones that are up a little higher, you can do that for yourselves. Dr. Fox, did it wake up? Did your house shake? No, my place, I didn't feel a thing. That was last night, yeah, last night I didn't feel a thing. So there were people saying that they did feel it. Down in Leduc, which is a little further south, but here I didn't notice anything. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. Anyway, I thought maybe I might have felt something and said, "Hey, what the heck? I'm too tired. Time to go to bed or something." Anyhow, looking at our area, so we do have a bunch of little tiny ones happening. And that swarm continues there, but I really don't think we're going to see any activity as per se. I did want to kind of point on this one here too, but what I was saying about activity at Ragnar, I'm kind of thinking Ragnar is not going to go again. We may be at the tail end of it, or we may be at a lull in between there, waiting for a long time for things to come back, and it may redevelop in other areas. This area out here that I'm zooming in on is Askja, and this was an area that had risen about 7 or 8 centimeters in height over the last while. I don't know if it has subsided again. But we see it still has a few little earthquakes or tremors happening there, but nothing major, and I'm thinking it's not going to blow. Okay, so we need a car trip. Yes, Piggy, I agree, we do. And I'm still pondering that. So zooming back out on all of it, we see our ice fields are quiet, and just this guy over here, and like I say, 2 from yesterday. I don't know if that's indicating anything. But the biggest one on the map today is this guy out in the water, and that is way down the crack, and or down the the plates between the two. One side is I'm not sure if that's on the North American side or on the European side. So pretty cool to see. Let's see. You can change dates on the top. Yes, you can, Betty. You can change dates. You can also get the other information if you want to see how shallow or how deep they are. That is certainly doable, and that's the nice part about that chart. So, and that one you can easily get if you need the link for it. Just type in earthquakes, and that will bring up the link for that one, and you guys can have a look at that. The other good thing that we want to look at here is our tremor chart, and I did refresh it here, but I will do another one as soon as I can locate where I got it. There we go. We'll refresh it real quick just to keep up and make sure we are very current. And as you can see, it's not really looking impressive from what I'm seeing. Everything is kind of humdrum down here on all three colors. Of course, this is the magic line in a way. If you see things above that line, you're going to have an eruption somewhere, okay, and you're going to see lava flow. But with everything on its kind of downward trend here, and that's what it's doing, I don't think we're going to see anything happening. I'm driving, LOL. Okay, everyone will be welcome. Absolutely. If we do a stream from the vehicle again, yeah, we definitely will do that. But I don't think it's going to happen very quickly. I do have things that I have to tend to and take care of on the weekend here, as well as I'll probably, well, I'm going to be, as of tomorrow, I'm on call again, so on call for the week. We'll see how that works out, and hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Getting close to break time. Where didn't I go yet? We didn't look at Hawaii yet. We're gonna take a quick peek at Hawaii. I have to refresh that one though, because I didn't see anything really good yet. And okay, so yeah, I've got the Hawaiian one back on the screen. I just need to find out where I left it. Might have been here. Hey, look at that. And so again, if we zoom out a little bit, that gives you a little better idea. That's the big island of Hawaii. And if you go, you can see Maui there, and Oahu. And I've been to Oahu. I have not been to Hawaii itself. Wanted to go, but never made it. And that's the hotspot area, and of course you see all these earthquakes clustered in this area, seismically active, and we may see something happening here rather than over here at Kilauea. Either or, it will be fascinating to be able to watch that. Also wanted to mention here, this is our seamount Loihi, if I said it right, and it's only 950, I believe it's meters below the sea level, whereas when you look to the side, you can see it's 2580 there, 2092 over there. So this is definitely built up quite a bit, and that's a pure example of an underwater volcano, and pretty awesome to see. This will likely be the next new portion of the island of Hawaii, or a new island in the future. And I don't know how soon, but I don't know, maybe in some of your lifetimes. I doubt that I'm going to see it within the next 30 years or so, and hopefully it'll do something. Anyhow, you can find this map as well in our little entree of links that we have in there, and you can definitely punch in. Oh, Dinkle Storm Chaser, just calm down with your emails. I hope first off that you didn't make them too big, and I know I've been getting quota warnings of my email being too full. Okay, so I have to take a look, and I hope you spelled it right, just like DrFox at shaw.ca, and you didn't put anything else in there, so hopefully that's good. Anyway, what's Marcel said? What about ASO? Any news? Can't you see okay, what? Can't you see if there are earthquakes? We can go over and have a look, but I'm going to go take a break right now. Maybe that will be a little bit of fun. We can actually go over to where I had the other map loaded up. Oh, that wasn't there. In this one, if we get to the right place and zoom out, well, let me click on that and zoom out a little bit. And I'm not even 100% sure where it's actually located, but there is Japan, and they had a 5.5 out there. But I don't see anything on the mainland itself other than this guy here, which was, I believe, 3-4 days ago. Yeah, and that was a 4.6. So they do get some pretty nasty earthquakes. Anyhow, I'm getting told I got to go take that break. We'll discuss that a little bit more, and after I come back from the break. So stick around. Southern Kyushu. Okay, we'll work on that. I'll leave this Lavely page on here. Are you free to use my Land Cruiser pick and send Sandholt Reykjavik? Only okay. All out have to do is pay 24 months parking fines. Oh, well, if anybody's going to Iceland, maybe talk to Irish Monk. Parking fines. I hope you didn't get no parking fines. I'm going to go take that break, you guys. So if you haven't hit that like button yet and you're enjoying what you're seeing on the screen, please do hit the like. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that as well. On that friendly note, I am going to take a break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Keep smiling, and Molly Me says, how many warrants? Irish Monk's not going to tell you that part. He pleads insanity. Okay, guys, I'm going for my break. I'll be back in 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and we are watching Cumbre Vieja Volcano in La Palma in the Canary Islands. It is doing a wonderful job continuing to be its fire fountain that it's been doing ever since it erupted originally about 33 and a half days ago. Anyway, I love watching that thing go off. It is very interesting. And now we were just talking about where the other volcano was over in. I did look it up to try to find out where it was over in Japan, and it is down on the a very southern island. So we will go have a look. I think this is the right screen. Yeah. So if we zoom in on that screen, I don't know if they actually list it on here, but it is down here in the bottom somewhere, and somewhere right around here. I'm not 100% sure exactly where it is, but it is down in the south, and that's Mount Aso. Mount Aso-san, and that is where it is, and we are not seeing a lot of earthquakes in that area. The closest one, of course, is this one here, and that happened a few days ago, and that, let's see, that was a 5.1, and that was on the 16th that one happened. So and it was just yesterday or day before that the other one popped. So kind of not really a correlation of sorts. Anyway, I just wanted to show that. Dr. Fox, there's a satellite map in the layers option. Yeah, we do have the satellite map, and that is there. I don't know if it actually shows you where it is, but this, I don't think this is up-to-date satellite shots, Paul. So I'm not sure if it's over there or over here. They just generalize when you're looking at the other maps that it's somewhere in the middle here. Okay, so it's still, nonetheless, it's interesting to know that it's down on the southern end of Japan. So if something does happen with it erupting, it's not going to cause the mainstay of Japan to get shut down. Just so you can kind of see where it is. And of course, it being on this side of the ridge, and of course that is the Mariana Trench going down here, and deepest place on Earth, and this side here is being pushed up because this material is all coming from this way, pushing, and I'm not even sure which way this plate is moving. So it's going to be interesting. I'll have to take a look and see which direction that one is moving as opposed to the continent itself, right? So it's uplifting these areas anyhow. Okay, having looked at Japan a little bit more there, that's where we're at right now. And of course, when we scroll in back here, of course this is the one near me, and that's in North America and in Canada, and a 4.3, so near Rocky Mountain House, close to us. Ocean plates diving under continental ones. Okay, Pavel, got it. Thanks. Marcel, Tall is in the Philippines, and that is correct. Tall is in the Philippines. I don't know if it's erupting right now or not. I will go and take the name of the country who started volcano now. Well, there's okay. Japan has got the volcano that's active, but La Palma definitely is. If you want to go down to the Philippines, you can have a look there. Well, if I go to the other map, we can zoom out, Philippines being down here somewhere. And again, I don't have any, let's if we go there, that'll help. Philippines, so right there. So that's kind of spread out. I'm not sure exactly where things are happening there, but anyway, gives you a little bit more of an idea. So we've got Tall down here somewhere, and ASO here. So pretty cool to see. Let's get back to our live volcano coverage though. That lava is continuing to flow down the hill, exceeding the volume of the lava tubes it's developed. So yes, that's what? Irish monk, the deepest place on earth is not the Marianas Trench, it's YouTube. Oh my God, Irish monk, you are so right. Oh, you know, I often wondered about that. Now that we got that out of the way, it's all good. YouTube can be a very, very deep place, indeed. Sorry. Okay, so anyway, looking at this, it's wonderful though to be able to see that lava flowing. Like I said before, though, the bad part about the beautiful lava that we watch, you know, as much as we like it, we got to remember and remind ourselves that people have lost their homes and businesses and occupations, and you know, dogs have been stranded and apparently rescued. Speaking of dogs stranded and rescued, by a group called A-Team, and apparently from what was said, and I'm kind of just throwing this out here, that some people seen the footprints from the A-Team in the dust of the lava field as they were flying the drones over. And I'm kind of curious about that, how these guys get in there, and hopefully they figured out how to do it, unless they had drones or helicopters or something to be able to fly in. From what I understood, that area was fairly sizable, but it was all covered in ash. So, but they did get 6 or 7 dogs out of there, which is really cool. You should look up what preppers are saying about this volcano, such as such scaremongers. Sir Q-Star, I know there's a lot of it out there, and I don't really want to dwell on it too much, but there's a lot of misinformation that's being thrown out. And certain things, you know, when you've got the History Channel as an example, making it sound like this thing is going to, the whole island of La Palma is going to break up, submerge, and create a massive, massive tsunami with a 1,500-foot wave coming all the way across to North America. That just isn't going to happen. And, yeah, the police are going to bust you for it. I can hear them now. They're coming. Okay, they want to know who the scaremongers are. Apparently, it's a crime. Anyway, when we talk about tsunamis and things like this, now, from what I've been told, that we'll end up with a 4-meter drop. That's roughly 16 feet. That would collapse and displace water. Now, yes, 16 feet of water displaced very quickly in a crushing fall will definitely cause some issues, but is it going to cause a 1,500-foot high wave, or, you know, as they are saying, 500-meter tall wave? No, it's not going to happen, okay? You are probably more prone or more susceptible to having the Wanda Fuca plate slipping under the North American plate and that letting go, and causing a 9+ earthquake on the western coast of North America, and a huge tsunami going across the Pacific Ocean, wiping out portions of Hawaii and hitting Japan and a lot of the lower lying areas that are on the other side. That could definitely happen. It would also affect Alaska and those places, all the way down the North American coast. And you would see a chain reaction with the San Andreas Fault probably slipping somewhat as well. So yeah, disaster porn, no, not really, Hans. I don't think that's the right wording for it. We want to kind of keep it a little on the cleaner side here, so let's not refer to it as that. Tons of rock dropping in the ocean can create a tsunami. Yes, tons, and you need a lot of them. But the thing is, Marcel, with it, the amount or physical size of what they're saying it's going to be created is just not doable, okay? And it's over exaggerated. We could see something, but Pavel says, yeah, the San Andreas will not produce a tsunami. It's a slip slider. Yeah, and exactly. It's the place that you're going to see the tsunami being created would be from the one the Fuca plate underneath the North American plate, and of course that's the one when the North American plate slides up and over, where you're going to see that tsunami happen. So I live on the coast. I'm not one bit worried about a wave. Okay. Slick and slide. Yeah. There we go. Maui, a fjord is not an ocean. No, a fjord is an inlet of sorts, in between some higher land, and you got the ocean going in. That's typically a fjord of sorts. Okay, Brian Wood, I'm on Vancouver Island, and we have been having sizable shakers lately. Yeah, Brian, I wouldn't doubt it. I used to live out in Vancouver Island up at Oyster River, and as a child, and I do remember a 4.3 earthquake that we had while I was at school, and that was the biggest one I've ever experienced, the only one that I can recall. The other ones are all okay, I guess. Hassan Yandi, good night. You take care. Thank you for coming into the stream today, or tonight, this evening. And let's see, we're getting near the end of the stream here anyway. So I'm going to start talking about getting off of here. Tofino might see some activity. You think so, Tony? I don't know if Tofino might. That whole area is always up. You never know. You never know what's going to happen over there. The tsunami theory was based on predates the Tohoku earthquake. Showed it was a lot less likely than the originally thought. Jay Donaldson, thank you. Appreciate that. Irish Monk, I live on a hill because YouTube told me, told me to be safe 800 years ago. Irish Monk, that was very good of them. I'm glad that they did that. Was that right before or after NASA put the, what do they call that? The artificial sun into orbit? I think that was 800 or 900 years ago, apparently, when they did that. Oh, never mind. Maybe you weren't around then. That was a different part of the country. Duchess of Elements says she just got home. Wow, good thing you got home, Duchess. And there's only 6 minutes left in the stream here, and we're gonna burn it all. So, gee, the sun is a star at the center of the solar system. Okay. It's a perfect swift sphere of hot plasma with internal convection motion. Wow, that's a smart nightbot. Anyway, Banana Puss, hi Dr. Fox and company, fell asleep earlier, and now the blinds have rolled most of the way up, so I say hi everyone. Okay, glad before the blinds collapse. All right. Yeah, in other words, your eyeballs. Make it happen, man. All right. I'm going to actually say goodnight to most of you guys, because I do have to get out and go pick up a cable, but I also have to go down and replace some rabbit water. And for those who are wondering what that is, I do have my wild bunnies I take care of, and you can always go over to my home stream, which is on 24/7. They're not always there when we want them to be, but they do certainly show up quite a bit. So on that note, it is time for me to call it a night and get my good things done. Then I got to go out and get that cable for tomorrow. I want to say thank you to all my moderators, and really appreciate your work tonight. Also, thank you to each and every one of you that has come into the stream. For those people who have not yet hit that like button, please consider hitting that before you exit. That would really, really be kind of you. And on that friendly note, I'm going to say take care of yourselves, and please tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.